This is Suha. And every time I look at this photo, I get really emotional. Why do I get emotional? Because this is Suha on her day of her Katbik Tab, her day of her nikah, the day of her Islamic wedding. And for me, it brings up so many tears and happiness and all these things in one go because just 1 year earlier, she was sitting with me in a session crying. She was crying because she felt like I've lost all hope, Hannah. I feel like I'm getting older and older. She felt like her biological clock was ticking. Everyone around her was getting married. And she just had a really low day. It was a really low day for her. And she was just crying. She's like, I don't know where to begin in finding a husband. I feel like I've tried everything. I'm not sure. I just really want to get married. I'm ready to start my own family. And she was so sad. I remember her being so sad in that session. SubhanAllah, while we were in that session, we were working through that, and I was giving her an opportunity to really express how she was feeling and validating all of that, which was really beautiful. And then, SubhanAllah, at the same time, she's like, I want to take action. I want to know what to do. I want to learn the steps to take, because I don't want to continuously feel like that. I don't want to feel like I'm far away from Allah. I don't want to feel like I've been making dua and nothing is happening. I want to be able to move forward in my life. I want to be able to move forward in this journey. And SubhanAllah, she was so successful. Like Suha, mashallah, had her own business. She had employees working for her. Like mashallah, like in her career, she was doing really well financially, alhamdulillah, doing really well. And she just couldn't understand why in her love life that wasn't happening. Why the guys that she wasn't meeting wasn't unfolding into marriage. Like she was meeting potentials, but it wasn't unfolding into anything that led to marriage. And subhanAllah, she made a conscious decision. She's like, I want to work on my mindset. I want to work on my relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And I want to work on the tools to find him. And subhanAllah, that's what we did for the next 6 months to 8 months. We worked really closely together on that. She worked on her mindset. She fell in love with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala through his 99 names. She got to know him on a deeper level, and she fell in love with Allah, and she developed her own beautiful dream busting dua, which was so beautiful. I loved her dua so much. She created this dua that gave her so much hope and so much excitement in making that dua. And then she started taking the steps to finding him. And even when she was, getting to know guys, she would reach out for support to get the tools to how to navigate the conversation, how to navigate the relationship, how to know, is this a red flag? Is this not a red flag? And she says this with her own words, which is really beautiful. She says, if it wasn't for the tools, I would have not given my husband a chance. The one that she actually did get to marry. And the reason why she says that was, she said that my blocks would come up and it would think it's a red flag. But then when I would unpack that, I would really understand what was going on and what I really needed to do and how I needed to move forward, subhanAllah. And I actually interviewed Suha on one of my very first events that I did, subhanAllah. I actually interviewed her, and she actually tells her entire story herself, and she tells what her dua was, and she tells us just how far she's come, and subhanAllah, how much working on herself really shifted her to be able to find the husband, alhamdulillah. And she got married, alhamdulillah, to the man of her dreams. And so the reason why I'm sharing with you Suha's story is because this is the steps, ladies. Rather than thinking, oh, I don't know where to begin, is there something wrong with me? This is the steps. This is the work that we need to do. We need to work on our mindset, ladies. We need to work on reigniting our hope with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We need to create a dua for ourselves that we love. And we also need to learn the tools to find the man that we are truly ready for, subhanAllah, and truly wanting and seeking. So what I'll do is at the end of this call, inshallah, I will place for you a link so you can actually watch her story yourself, because it's a bit of a long one, so I can't share it on our call because we've only got about 15 minutes left. It's about 25 minutes. It's so worth your time. So ladies, I do really encourage you to, inshallah, at the end of this call, to really watch her story, about how her story unfolded and just how powerful it was, inshallah. So would that be okay, ladies, if I share with you at the end of the call a link so you can watch her story? Tell me in the chat if that's okay with you, ladies. Yes, beautiful. Love that, love that. So we're just about to go to a Q&A session, inshallah. would it be, and I would love to check in with you girls, ladies, would it be beneficial if I share a little bit about the work that I do and how I help women? I know I mentioned a course earlier. Would it be helpful if I share a little bit about what this course is and what you can do and how it can support you on your journey? Tell me in the chat if that's okay, if I can share just for a couple of moments, just about the work that I do and how I can help you ladies, inshallah, on your journeys. Yes, beautiful. Okay, let's do it, inshallah. So, I created this course because I saw that women, single Muslim women that I was meeting from all over the world, had three problems, three challenges that they were facing. The first one was they were struggling to find a high value man, a man that matches what they were looking for. And tell me if this resonates with you ladies, that you know that you're a high value woman and you're also searching for a man that's of high quality, like you want a high quality man. Tell me if that's what a struggle that you have, that you're just not finding those high quality men right now. So that's what I found was number one. One of the biggest issues that the women were facing was finding a man that was high quality. The second thing that I found as a challenge that single Muslim women were facing was they felt like their biological clock was ticking. They felt like they're getting older in their bodies and they're so ready to have a family and they want to have kids. And then there was all this pressure around egg freezing and, like, would they be able to have a kid in the future and should they consider egg freezing? And for them, that brings them so much fear. Like, okay, what do I do? I know I'm getting older, but I also want to have kids. And tell me if you can resonate with that, ladies, that you feel like your biological clock is ticking and you're so ready to have your family and you're not sure, would I be able to have my family? And that's a fear that you might have. That's the second challenge that I found that women were having. And the third one that I found that women were having was they didn't have the support around them to find the one, as in, like, everyone else around them was getting married, already married, and they felt like they didn't have the tools to support them, the friendship, the community around them that understands what they're going through. So they felt really lonely on this journey. So I found that a lot of women struggled with feeling isolated. They felt like they were alone. Felt like they were the only single women left out there, that they didn't have anyone else to connect with. Yes, with regards to the isolation, subhanAllah. And so this is why I created the course, because I saw those three gaps and I saw those three challenges. I'm like, we need to help the single Muslim women. We need to help this ummah. There's so many single Muslim women out there. Let's create something for them based on my experience, my professional training, my experience, and how I've helped my clients. Let's do something. Let's put something in a comprehensive way. And so, subhanAllah, this is why I've created my course. It's called Single to Married. It's a 6 month journey course. And the reason why I've created it is because I wanted to reach more women. That's why I created it. Right now, previously I was working one-to-one with women. I'm like, I want to reach as many single Muslim women. That's why I have a mission to help 5 million single Muslim women worldwide, 5 million ladies. So this is why I created it into a course. I'm like, because this will give me the ability to reach even more women that need these, that are suffering and that are suffering in silence and that really need the help to drive the Lamborghini and find that Lamborghini and drive it so that they can find the one and they can fall in love with their love story. So this is why I've created this single to married course. So how it works is it's got three things. It's 6 months. And the reason why it's 6 months is because you come into this course with the mindset, I'm going to treat it like a project. I'm going to treat it like this is the beginning of my love story, that this is the beginning of my story unfolding. When we come to it with this project mindset, then everything changes, rather than, oh, I've just got a course and I've got lifetime access to it. We don't appreciate something when we have lifetime access to it. When we have something for a limited time, we come into it like, okay, I'm going to dedicate the next 6 months to doing all that I can to finding the man of my dreams and creating my beautiful love story, inshallah, with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's 6 months. The second thing is you get community support. So tell me if this has ever happened to you, ladies, where you're part of an online course, but you feel like you're the only one doing it because you have no idea who the other people are. Like, you don't have access to talk to anyone else that's doing the course. And it feels lonely, right? When you're doing an online course by yourself. And so this is why I created the community support. So you actually are not alone. You get to meet the other ladies from all over the world, which is really beautiful. We got ladies from the UK, ladies from Australia, ladies from India, ladies from Saudi Arabia, Germany, USA, Maldives, the Netherlands, all over the Hungary, that are in our course, the UAE that are in our course, subhanallah. You get to meet them. You get to be part of what's happening in their love story. You get to see how their love stories are unfolding. You get to ask questions, lean in. If you're having a bad day, you can just reach out and say, hey, I'm just having a bad day. I need some love right now. Or I just, I was talking to this guy and it didn't work out. I'm feeling really sad. So subhanAllah, having this community support is life-changing. And the ladies that are in the course are saying that it's life-changing. They love it. They get so excited to have, which was part of number 3, we have something called well-being calls a month, where we come together through Zoom, all of us, we come off mute, we come off camera, and we have a chat together. We bring up what's coming up for us. We talk about, these last 2 weeks have been a little bit more tough, or blah blah blah. These last 2 weeks I've learned something, and blah 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 blah. You get to talk about your journey, and you get to ask questions, and we get to learn something together. And I need to tell you something. You know how I was talking about Amira? Who's Amira, by the way? Remind me. I know who it is, but I'm just going to try and remind you. Type in the chat who Amira is to me. I spoke about her a couple of times. Let's see if you remember. Who is Amira? Yes, my coach. Oh, I need to tell you this because this is super exciting. So I love Amira, and I worked with Amira as she was my life coach for 3.5 years. And guess what? I recruited her to become a Muslim love coach. So now she's actually part of the Muslim love coaches team. So by joining the course community, you get to work with Amira. Yes, isn't that so exciting? You get to work with Amira. Yes, my coach. You get to work with her. You get to work with her experience and her expertise, and you get to benefit from her and me at the same time. Like, they call us the A team. Alhamdulillah, that's what the ladies call us, because they love the combination of us together. They love the combination of us working together to support you on your journey. So you don't just get access to me as part of the support in the community. You also get Amira with her expertise and her knowledge to guide you through your beautiful journey, inshallah. So, which is really, really beautiful and so exciting. So that's the logistics of the course. So you might be saying, Hannah, okay, so what's the outcome of the course? What's your promise for this course? The promise for this course is, I cannot promise you're going to find your husband in 6 months. I cannot do that, because that's Allah's timing. I can't, astaghfirullah, I can't say, 100% in 6 months you're going to find your husband, because if I do that, then I'm arrogant. If I do that, then I'm dismissing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Astaghfirullah, I can't do that. What I am promising you in that 6 months, ladies, is that you will have the tools, you have the mindset, and you have the dua to find the man of your dreams and walk the steps that you need to. I give you all of the tools and the support. You need to show up and do the hard work and learn and invest in yourself. And inshallah, Allah will open the way in the most beautiful way. How often are the Zoom calls? All right, beautiful. So the Zoom calls are twice every month, and we work out the time difference. So it works out perfectly for all of the ladies. So almost all the ladies can join if they so wish to attend that live. We also have access to the recording. So don't worry, we take care of you. So don't stress too much about that. It is a very exclusive course though. And what I mean by exclusive course, I've had over 250 women register and apply for this course, and only 23 people so far I've led into this course. What does that show you? That I only let a certain type of woman into this course. I look for a woman that's dedicated. I look for a woman that's ready to invest in herself. I look for a woman that's ready to show up, that's ready to do the hard work. I don't look for women that are below the line. Any below the line ladies that apply, they're not ready to take the course. Does that make sense? They're not ready to take it. So if you believe that you are above the line and ready to work towards above the line, and ready to work on your yaqeen mindset, ready to work on the tools, ready to put the hard work in, then ladies, I would invite you to inshallah apply for it. It's by application only. And so how it works is, you apply for it by filling out a form. And the form is really important because I read every single application that comes through. If you're writing like 2-word responses, ladies, that just shows I know that tells me a lot. That tells me that perhaps you're not dedicated, you're not ready. So I recommend that you do take your time and thoughtfulness in how you apply for the course, inshallah. Once approved, so I read your application. If I believe that you're a match, we're gonna have a conversation, me and you, this week. Yes, we'll have a conversation. We'll meet one-on-one through Zoom, inshallah, and we will discuss and I'll interview you further to see, inshallah, if you're a match. And if you're a match, then you're led into the course and you can come and join me, inshallah, and Amira as part of the course community. So, ladies, I'm going to go ahead and my team is actually going to go ahead and put the link in right now. Go ahead and apply. The thing that I want to tell you that's really important is this is the last intake that I'm taking until May. Yes, there are intakes. So the current intake, the ladies that are in the current, there's a maximum capacity right now. I can only take a couple more spots. So I'm only offering 4 more spots, inshallah, for this intake. And then the next intake will be May. So if you don't want to wait till May, if you are so ready to take your love story seriously, if you're so ready to fall in love with your love story, so ready to take the action, then ladies, I encourage you to go ahead and apply right now, inshallah, because once you apply, and like I said, if I believe that you're a match, the intake starts now. That Nash, like it's for 1 week. I take the intake for 1 week, inshallah. So you've got 1 week to I recommend applying now though, because I have limited spots. I said I only have 4 spots to take. So if you apply now, inshallah, and I believe that you're a match, we'll have a Zoom call together, and then inshallah within the week you'll be into our course community, and I can't wait to welcome you into our course community and you get to know the ladies, inshallah. So go ahead and apply right now, inshallah, so that you can maximize your chances about for being one of the 4 that inshallah get led into this intake. Like I said, the next intake is May. So if you don't want to wait till May, that's almost half, that's after, even after Ramadan, like that's so far away. I recommend doing it now because subhanAllah, Ramadan is approaching as well. So if you want to be equipped with a beautiful busting dream dua, which I teach you how to do for Ramadan, then register, inshallah, and apply for the course, inshallah. Ladies, we have gone over time, and is it okay? I'm gonna open it up for an extra 5 minutes because I did promise you a Q&A. So in the next 5 minutes, ladies, you have the chance to ask any question, whether that's about the course, whether that's about any of the content, or any question that you have that you want to ask me. Go ahead and do so. Yeah, so you got 5 minutes to ask me any question, inshallah. Nick has said, can you tell me some ways that set up our bio on the app? I love that. So you'd set up your app, your bio very strategically, and I teach you how to do that on the course. I actually teach you my formula, and you go ahead and do. You can literally copy what I do. It needs to include your values. So just to give you a little pointers, it needs to include your values, what your values are, what are your top 5 values, and also what you're seeking. What are the values match that you're seeking. So a little bit about who you are, where you're located in the world, your values, your top 5 values. And in the course, I teach you how to discover your values as well. Communicate it very simply and very to the point. I teach you how to do that. And then also like briefly what you're looking for. So your profile description needs to be a little bit long. Don't opt for a little small one. Don't opt for humor. Try not to make it funny. It doesn't need to be. You want to show that you are above the line and serious. It doesn't need to be funny or humorous. There's no need to lean into that. I want you to show the world that you're this high, beautiful, quality woman, inshallah. A said, I usually go straight to a phone call instead of texting on the app. What are some of the key things to ask a potential? Usually they don't like having a hard conversation that early. So I recommend that you take it slow. Like it's beautiful that you want to go to a phone call, but warm up. Like this is a brand new person that you're warm up the conversation with them. So start off with some small conversations, like about like some beautiful questions is, oh, how did you spend your day today? What made you smile today? What is it that you love about the work that you do? So get to know the person. Like imagine you're making a brand new friend. Like you meet a sister and she's a brand new friend. You wouldn't ask her a hard conversation straight away. You wouldn't. No, you'd get to know her a little bit more. And so you need to warm up in the conversation first, get a feel of them, then like get a feel of the conversation. Then you opt for a phone call and the next steps. And this is again something that I teach you in the course is how to ask the question. How do you warm up in the conversation conversation, how to ask really great conversation, like how you can have really great conversations through texting on the app before going to the phone call, inshallah. Um, A says, what's your advice on long distance? Most men prefer having in-person meetings to get to know someone. So that's a big generalization to say most men, because it's not most men. Some men may prefer in-person meetings. I was in a long distance relationship with my husband, and I talk about that all on my podcast, by the way. So if you want to watch the video podcast, the YouTube, go ahead, go to our YouTube, inshallah. And with me and Ammar, my husband, talk all about long distance. And there are long distances come with advantages and disadvantages. The advantages is it gives you the ability to get to know someone really well, because you only have conversations to go through. Like, you don't have like social outings with families and all of that to really to get to know them in that way. So subhanallah, that's the advantage. It gives you this ability to get to know them really well. The disadvantage is obviously you can't see them in person straight away. So you're going to have to get to know them a little bit more, and then make a meetup, whether that he comes to your country, you go to his country, you go to a country together with your families to get to know each other. Though you can always make it work. And like I said, me and my husband are living proof of long distance relationships working, alhamdulillah. Mariam said, if marrying someone who's religious is one of my requirements, but I'm supposed to meet someone that's not very religious, say he follows the 5 pillars of Islam, is moderately religious, but he has good character, manners, and many other pros, should I consider? So, Mariam, again, this is something that we explore deeply into the course, because once you know your values very well, you understand, you'll be able to answer that question yourself. And so it's very important that you understand what does religious actually mean to you. Like, you need to define what religious means to you for yourself. And then when you say, I met a man that, he's not very religious, what does that actually look like, and why is that a values match to you? So you first need to define what religious means to you. How does that look in your life? Why is that important? And if this man is not in equal mindset to the same view of religion, then you need to make a decision whether or not that's in alignment with you. But it needs to first start with you. And that's why it's really important for you to know your values. And we do a whole module in the course about that, about how to know your values very, very well. Like, what does it mean to be religious? What does it look like to be religious? And what does it mean to have somebody that's a values match that is also religious? What does that actually look like, and what that wouldn't look like, for example? How to tell if someone is a high value man. So high value man, it's very important that you define what a high value man is. So a high value man is somebody that is in alignment with your values, and that has above the line thinking. Basically, that's what a high value man has, is above the line thinking. So somebody that has a growth mindset, that has yaqeen mindset, all of that requires for him to be a high value man, inshallah. So, ladies, if you haven't already done so, go ahead and click to apply to the course, inshallah. Because, like I said, I only have 4 spots. The next intake is May, which is so far away. So, I don't want you to miss out on this opportunity, inshallah. And I can't wait to meet you, inshallah, in person through Zoom, because once I get to know you in person through Zoom, it's so much more exciting. I get to put a face to a name. Nash said, how long is the course for? For 6 months, inshallah. Last question that I'm going to ask you, the answer is, A says, your opinion on attachment style, does it matter when getting to know someone? Really great question. Yes, attachment styles are really, really important. It gets to know it gives you the ability to know yourself on a deeper level, what's coming up for you, what are some of the blocks that you may need to work on. And it does affect you when you're getting to know someone, because once you know your attachment style, you're able to work on those blocks and then shift them, and it opens up your world in so many new ways. And there is a module about, a course in the course, there is a module about attachment style. So I got you covered. Sorry, the course. Yes. So how the course works, just to clarify that for Nash, you get access to an online platform. This online platform has 120 videos. In that, you do them at your own pace. You go through that 5-step framework that I have. They're organized in that 5-step framework, and you go through those and do the exercises. So that's the online platform. You have access to that for 6 months. That's your work. That's the hard work that you're doing. Then the second thing that you get is community support. So while you're doing that hard work, one-on-one work that you're doing, you get access to the community so that it can help you on your journey while doing that. And that community is, you can post at any time. It's a Facebook group, it's private. You can post at any time. We give you access to more resources and more videos. Basically, you could come every day and post and say whatever it is that you want in that group. And then the third thing that you get is 2 well-being calls that's in a group with all of the ladies that are doing the course at the same time as you, inshallah. So you get to meet the other ladies, you get to talk to them, you get to see their faces, you get to interact with them. So there is one-on-one, as in one-on-one, you learning by yourself and working through the course. Then there's the community support that you can post on Facebook and interact with the ladies and interact with me and Amira. And then the third one is you get access to the well-being calls. Though I'm going to say one more thing before I end the call. I'm so sorry, we've gone so over time. There is an option to also add VIP. So this is the standard course. You can also add a VIP level where you can have one-on-one coaching sessions with Amira directly. Yes, you can have one-on-one coaching sessions, just you and Amira, to help you even further. And that's also an option that you can add as well as part of the course, inshallah. So go ahead. It's all on that link, inshallah, to go and apply for it. And I can't wait to read your applications, and I can't wait to meet you ladies in person through that one-on-one application. And I can't wait to read your above the line responses, inshallah, because remember, there's only 4 spots and the next intake is in May. So I really don't want you to miss out. Thank you so much for joining me in today's session. I really do apologize that we went 8 minutes over time. I've loved serving you. I loved being here with you today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala write for you the most beautiful love story. May it unfold in the most beautiful way. And I can't wait to be part of your love story journey. Like I love seeing your love stories unfold. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala open the way for you in the most beautiful way. Jazakallah khairan. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day wherever you are in the world. And Assalamu alaikum, ladies.